Alright, hey, buenos dias, que paso amigos, John's Moto Garage as always, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about burnout. No, not that kind of burnout, I know what you're thinking, but we're going to be talking about burnout in general. For me, in the context of YouTube, am I burnt out doing the channel?
Yikes.
What is creator burnout? Why do people talk about it all the time? But I think it's also applicable to other people and other areas of your life as well, whether that be work, sports, hobbies, family, I don't know, whatever it is, wherever it is that you feel like maybe you're getting a little burnt out. I'm going to talk a little bit about that and how I go about avoiding the burnout, how I go about keeping things at bay and all that good stuff. But huge shout out to Trip_HP Junkie, link below. Go check out his site. He's been uploading a few Harley wheelie videos as of late, and he inspired me to get back on the Dyna and get back into some Harley stuff. I'll show you guys a couple of clips of messing around on the Harley. The hardest part, as usual, is finding a spot to ride. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, but I'm pushing my luck, so I'm gonna take off. But enjoy some clips of the wheelie wannabe stuff, and let's talk a little bit about burnout. Both Harley burnouts, subscriber burnout, whatever kind of burnout it is that we're dealing with. And of course, if you guys dig the content, be sure to like and subscribe. You can hit me on Instagram as well, at John's Moto Garage, if you don't get enough of this garbage here. And shout out to the patrons, those who support the channel that way. Big shout out and thank you. You guys, John's Moto Garage as always, good time. So burnout, first of all, what is burnout? You've probably heard the term thrown around, especially within YouTube stuff. You always hear about what's called creator burnout, and it's where these creators get to the point where they're like, dude, I can't handle it anymore, I'm gonna delete my channel, I've had it up to here with all this YouTube stuff. I think people can experience burnout in just about everything in their career. Like I said, with sports, with hobbies. You know the old adage, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. I learned that the hard way with Oreos growing up. I'm a huge addict of double stuffed Oreos. I love them. But once you down a pack or 2 packs of Oreos in a day or 24 hours, you get sick of it pretty fast. And I think that's what creator burnout is. Some of these creators out there, they do too much, too fast, they don't pace themselves, and they get burnt out, or it just gets to the point where it's like they're stuck in this kind of YouTube bubble, if you will, and they can't get out of it, man. They can't break it, and then they just reach their tipping point and they're done for. I've been doing the YouTube thing for just over a year now, and there have been times where it was a little more, maybe where I was getting towards that burnout. But here's the tricks for me that keep me at bay. Number one, when I started the channel, my rule of thumb was nobody's forcing me to do this. I'm doing it for fun. And so that's the number one rule. Only keep doing it as long as I'm having a good time doing it. Nobody's forcing your hand here, you know what I mean? Dude, that RV totally cut me off, bro. Number two, change things up, man. You gotta change things up. So for me, always in life, and this may not be for everybody, but for me personally, always in life, you know, if I get tired of mountain biking, I get into snowboarding or skateboarding or BMX, or get back into racquetball or basketball or whatever the different options are. Basically just changing things up. That way when you get bored, there's always something new you can get into. Or just take a break, you know, there's just so many options out there. Another big thing that helps out tremendously is don't back yourself up into a wall. In other words, give yourself options, have an exit strategy, have a plan B. So for example, if you're doing the YouTube stuff, one thing that will help out is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So don't quit your day job and rely 100% on this YouTube thing or revenue or whatever it is. Have options, other options out there or at least have like a lot of money saved up, so if you do jump into YouTube full time, at least you'll be okay as far as that goes. But for me, doing the YouTube thing, it was like, hey, let's give it a shot for a year, kind of see what happens. And I was fortunate to get to the point where I'm able to generate some revenue through the channel, but definitely not something I would be able to survive on and support a family on. And with YouTube, the way it changes stuff up all the time, definitely not something I could rely on. It could be gone one day to the next, so I remind myself of that. Alright, so what's next? Another big thing is give yourself breaks, you know? Allow yourself to have an off day, allow yourself to have a break, and reward yourself for the accomplishments too. Come back with a refreshed and renewed perspective on life, new outlook on life. And then I think my last tip, which is probably the most obvious, most cliche, but look at the bright side, try to look at the positive side. So for example, you know, I'll admit with the channel, sometimes I'm thinking like, dang it, you know, I'm not getting the subscriber growth that I'd like, or I'm not getting the views that would be, you know, projected, or whatever the case may be. And then you just remind yourself, dude, you do videos, bro, on a YouTube channel, and you get paid for it sometimes, even if it's not a ton of money. So that's you know, choosing to look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. It's amazing what positivity can do. And that's about it. That's how I avoid the burnout. Like I said, for me, this could be, you know, it's in the context of the YouTube channel, avoiding the subscriber creator burnout that they say. I've seen a lot of videos recently regarding this, and people have been going through it, so it's kind of why it's on my mind. But I do think it's applicable in pretty much all areas, you know. Oh, John's Moto Garage, good times. Again, shout out to Trip_HP Junkie, one of the OGs, and inspiring me with some Harley wheelie stuff. I need to get back out on the Harley more often for the wheelie stuff. Always a fun time. Well, sometimes it's a bit of a challenge, I'll admit, but shout out to Rebel Reaper gloves. I've had these gloves for a while now, and I'm digging them. They've been holding up holding up great. Shout out to the patrons, those who support the channel through Patreon, link below for that. That's for the occasional videos that get demonetized because of some of the stuff that's done on the channel. And a huge shout out to all those who support the channel. Gracias. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Adios, nos vemos. We're getting a little bit better. Still not to where I'm slowing it down, but that'll come with time.